This is episode 200, 200. Happy birthday to
Yeah,
to our
man.
podcast.
Yeah, what
I don't know if it's a year, but
no, no, no.
we
I
hit
mean,
another 100
that's well,
episodes.
you have to think about it, right? Because it's almost 4 years, right? Because 52 weeks in a year. This is 200.
Oh,
If
yeah,
we've
yeah,
been going once a week, so
yeah,
give us what is that? 108, right? No, wait,
yeah,
math. 208. And we'll have a full 4 years under our belt. So,
yeah, dude.
oh well, hey,
It's been fun, and you know, we gotta keep it going. Dustin's not here tonight, but we're gonna hold it down for him. So let's keep it going.
yeah. And with that, on to the episode. Boop. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Real Talk with ZTS, where we, as brothers, search for ways to share our voices while having a good time just talking, having those real talk conversations, our shared experiences, and reacting to random topics and articles. As we always say, we all have something to share, and we look forward to sharing and building that community of stories that we can all relate to. Now enjoy the episode.
What's going on, man?
What's going on, man?
Happy Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Feels shitty. I wouldn't say shitty week. I'm just saying like back to back busy weeks. You know?
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah, like it's not shitty, but at the same time, it's like it just feels like uh it feels difficult. Like it feels like if we give up, like just want to not do anything for
Mhm.
the week, it's valid. But at the same time, it's like it's not really too valid enough to, you know, uh, call it quits. Yeah, man, it's weird. I don't know if it's changed the weather. Like we went from like kind of sunny days to a week of rain. At least here, I don't know how it's going over there and where you are.
Yeah, no, I mean it's we're about to go through that change a little bit just because we have a little all the rain and stuff from the north from so basically everything that you got is coming down this way.
Yeah,
So we'll see how much of it's left, but we're supposed to get like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's supposed to be a decent chance of rain down here, but it's been nice. It's been I mean, right now it's 62 and sunny. This past weekend it was good,
yeah,
it hit like 66, 67 down here. So I mean it was for February, I mean that's pretty nice. So um
yeah.
but
It's
yeah, no,
cold
it
here,
was it
man.
was it was good. So I hear you on the long week. It's we're 2 days in and it feels long. And
Yeah,
it's funny because last weekend was, it was Allie's birthday, so we celebrated and did all that
yeah. I
stuff.
was
But it
just
was
about to
like
ask that.
it was the first weekend though that I didn't have to work, like
Yeah,
in however many weekends. Um so it's kind of weird because like I'm like, oh, I'm finally coming off like a rested weekend kind of thing.
yeah.
And it already feels like I'm done with this week. Um I mean, it's
Seriously.
so much so like we're recording now, and it's like I still have to work technically later tonight
Yeah,
after we're done because I have to finish up some like documents and all that stuff for a report. Just because
yeah,
it's the end of the month too, so reports are due, all that stuff, and uh,
yeah.
yeah, all
No,
those end of the month
hang in
things
there,
are
man.
coming in. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. No, yeah. You guys had a good birthday weekend though for Allie.
Yeah, yeah. We did most of our exploring the weekend. Because her birthday fell on Sunday, and we didn't want to do
Yeah,
like anything crazy because obviously we both had work on Monday.
yeah,
So we ended up going, driving about 90 minutes out to this little town, have lunch, did all that stuff, drank some wine, and then kind of came home, chilled a little bit, and kind of just binge watch Avatar, the
yeah, yeah.
that just dropped on Netflix.
I saw that, or
Um,
I haven't seen it yet, but I saw that
yeah,
it dropped.
it is
It's
is
good.
good. It's good. It's good. I mean, we're done with it now because season one's only like 8 episodes, but
Yeah.
it's good. It's the live action we were looking for from an animated version, not that whatever M Night Shyamalan thing that
Yeah.
doesn't exist. We don't talk about it, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's 100 times better. I know people will still give it crap, but it's so much better. Um, but yeah, no, I mean it's a solid show. So we just did that and just chilled most of Sunday. Still went out,
Yeah.
got breakfast, and did all that stuff. But did most of our big adventure stuff on Saturday, and then Sunday, stuck around home. Went out for breakfast and grabbed lunch, but then just made steaks and stuff for dinner.
Nice. Yeah. No, that sounds like a nice chill weekend. Yeah, I mean that's what we did too. Just kept it really chill. The weekend just felt like there was so many weird things in the air, So it was good to just chill and not do anything. It was a weird weekend, man. Like just something weird was off in the air, but it worked out.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm ready to get it done. Um yeah, man. Uh the I'll start with the first article that I read last week that I was gonna save for the end, but I moved it to this week just so that because it's a little morbid, but was hoping Dustin can be on, but Dustin, we're holding it down for him. He's just really busy doing some great work right now, teaching, taking classes, so he's kind of busy. But if he's listening, this one's for him. It's I know he would love to react to this one. He's probably looking it up as he's listening to this. But last week there was an auction, um uh a major auction, and the main event, or the main item to be auctioned, was this famous Austrian performance artist who was auctioning off his tattooed skin. So apparently he's really famous in Austria, and he was auctioning off his skin that he tattooed, and a private Swiss collector actually paid for it, and it was about 7 figures. I don't know the background of this Austrian performance artist, but this private collector bought it for 7 figures. But here's the caveat, though. Um, Initially, the collector will only have photos of this artist's, tattoos. But when the artist passes away, down the road, then this collector will receive the actual skin, which is crazy. I forgot, it was last week when I read it, but I think there was a piece of the body, or there was a piece of tattoo that the artist had that he said is not for sale, like it's for his kids or whatever. But everything else, he sold it to this private collector. 7 figures, dude. I mean, like, you know, we're in the hobby of collecting things, right? Me, I just got into the hobby of collecting cards, specifically NFL cards. You know, to own a piece of history or things that remember you about some event, you're right, like some sporting event or whatever. I get it, but I don't know if I'll go the extreme of actually getting like a piece of like human part of someone. I don't know. I I just evolved my niche of collecting, where like I like to collect memorabilias of the card. So for those who don't know, who aren't in the card collecting hobby or don't collect sports cards, um, some sports cards, especially football, they'll have it's a specific kind of card that's called an insert, a relic insert. Basically, you would have the player, and then you would have some sort of their jersey, you know, um, part of their jerseys. And some cards have actually game worn pieces. And so it's funny because my first relic card that I collected was this Russell Wilson, and it was a it was a serial number Russell Wilson game worn jersey, right?
Mm-hmm.
And um he was in a white he was wearing the white home jerseys with the blue bottom, and I'm like, and I'm looking at the card, and I'm looking at the patch, the jersey patch that came with it, and it's the dark blue portion, and I'm like, all right, like what part of was he wearing this? Is this from the pants? So like so you can't. It's kind of fun because some cards all are different. You might have a different piece of the jersey, So, anyways, I don't think I would evolve to wanting somebody's skin as part of my collection.
Yeah, that seems a little extreme. It's kind of
I think I could safely say never.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fair. I was gonna say like, oh,
Yeah.
you're not gonna. What if they made it in a card form, right?
No, dude, that's creepy, man.
Like it's an action of him doing some sort of whatever I don't even know what he's known for. I know he's an artist, but
Yeah,
whatever he's doing, it's just like a live picture of him, or not a live picture, but a picture,
I guess.
But then it's just like, can you imagine like a piece of his shoulder or something? Just
Yeah,
so
I
weird.
mean, like, I mean, us, like, we're Asian, so we believe in the supernatural, right?
Yeah,
And for me, like, to have something like that that's literally blood and tissue of another
yeah,
human. I mean, that could spiritually connect me to something I don't want to connect to. You know what I mean?
yeah. No, that
But that's just
definitely.
me.
That's no, no, no.
Yeah,
I agree. It's
yeah,
just something's tied to
um,
that. Not are you gonna
yeah.
bless it? Like, is someone blessing that
Exactly,
before
right?
they give it to me?
Are
Because
you gonna put it in a room like uh who are the real life husband and wife ghost hunting team, with Annabelle, The Conjuring?
oh yeah, oh
Um
God, I can't.
you know who they're talking about,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. But like they have a real life like room where they captured all the demons and like, ghost stuff, and they lock in that room. You know,
Yeah,
if I was to collect morbid things like that, I would have a blessed room like that where shit, I don't even know if I want to go in there, even after it's blessed. So it's like, what's the point of collecting it if I don't even want to see it? But that's the point. I can't do it. But anyways, yeah, 7 figures, dude. That's pretty cool. I'll probably look it up some more. Or Dustin, you can do some homework. You're already doing homework. Let us know what this Austrian performance artist is famous for.
yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Hey,
like, ooh.
yeah. Anyways, moving on. Let's get back to sports talk. Uh, uh, you heard EA Sports dropping a new college football game?
Yeah, long awaited.
Yeah. What was the last one? Like 10 years ago or
At least
more?
it was probably
I think they
yeah,
said 2014 was the last
2014.
one.
That's the last one I remember. I
Yeah.
can't remember if there was a 15.
Dude, man, I mean, uh, Madden or any football game just won't come to the Nintendo Switch because that's the only game console I have. I know because I'm not a gamer, so it's like I don't know if I want to shell out. But dude, a game that I can play hours on is like Madden.
Yeah,
Where like I could just play by myself. Like I could just do like franchise mode, do my own drafting because it's like fantasy football. So like I'm drafting my own team, and then I could play like on easy mode and just like do an imaginary like dominant run to the Super Bowl. Um, like back when I had a 360 and the last Madden game I had to get it because it was it Madden 25 or before that, it was the one with the Legion of Boom on front or Richard Sherman on
oh,
front.
Richard Sherman. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I had to get that one, and I played the heck out of it. Or it was Madden 25, the next one that I got that I played the shit out of, and dude, I could like simulate that game for like hours, because it was fun. It was just like because I love fantasy football, I love football, so it was like I could just let my imagination run and be like, you know what, I'm bored. Let me redraft a team. Let me try to get the Legion of Boom drafted on one team. You know,
Yeah,
since I'm playing on easy mode, I could just elevate some like third string running back that never really plays in real life, but make them a superstar running back.
Right. Or you
Yeah.
go into the games and you're just like, all right, how many running backs can I get to 100 yards?
Yeah, exactly. Or like I remember Madden 25, or maybe it was the Richard Sherman one. But I remember like I would focus strictly on building the best defense. So I would have the Legion of Boom, and then I have like, you know, amazing linebackers. Like I'll have Bobby Wagner partnered with Luke Kuechly. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's just unstoppable. And then since I'm drafting heavily on defense only, I have like scraps for offense. But at that time, like, you know, I think my starting quarterback was Jake Locker, and like I would like
Mm.
make him a Hall of Famer, you know? And
Yeah.
I think I would have like Eddie Lacy as like my top running back, and he'll like he'll do everything that Marshawn Lynch did, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, like going back to this, man, like man, I want to play a legit football game. I bought this game for NFL for the Switch, where it's like um it's kind of like NFL Street kind of game. I forgot what it was called. It was really popular, but it's more arcade style, so it's like not simulated, and it's not what I want. It doesn't satisfy what I want. Where like I want to call plays, I want to run actual audibles, you know, I want to
Yeah.
read the defense. Um, but yeah, man. So with this news of this one coming out, I'm like, please drop already for the Switch, because apparently the Switch and the Madden license they just don't want to come to like a compromise. So
Yeah.
maybe EA will have a good compromise with the Switch. Actually, I got to look that up. I got to see if the EA Sports is coming to it.
Yeah,
No,
that
but
would be dope. That would be dope.
yeah, yeah. But anyways, the point of that, I mean, besides the game dropping, just to get back to the relevancy of this article, you know, NIL is a huge thing right now, right?
Yeah.
Um, but so so now that EA Sports is coming back, they need permission from students, you know, to have their names on it. How much do you think EA is paying students to allow their names in the game? Just based on your knowledge of NIL, you know, what kids are getting paid these days.
Well, I think I saw this.
Yeah,
I think they're paying what, $500 and then they get a copy of the game or
that's
something like
it.
that.
Like you could
Yeah.
be like Michael Penix or JJ McCarthy or Caleb Williams, and they'll just only give you $600 and a copy of the
Yeah.
game. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
I
for like
get
yeah,
yeah, I was gonna say for like they said they'll pay them annually if you're like a freshman or sophomore, but it's like
I don't
what?
know.
Is it still $600 the next year or is it
Yeah, right.
$650?
Right. Like what if you were like a red shirted freshman, you know, so you got $600 because like you're a no name, but you
Yeah.
know, you were maybe a 4-star recruit. So they're like, hey, you know what? We'll put you in the game. And then like sophomore year, you just had a superstar breakout, you know,
Mhm.
um Heisman nominated, you right? Like, are you still just gonna get 600, or are you gonna like meet some bonus of like, you know, because by your name elevating, you're essentially elevating the game as well, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember back in the day, like we would try to play as like Reggie Bush or something like that, but like, you know, you're just looking for the jersey number,
Yeah.
you know, and yeah.
Yeah. It had no name. It was just number five.
Yeah, number five, and yeah. Yeah, man. Um, yeah, I think, I mean, NIL students, there's no union, so I guess they can't really negotiate that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, at some point, shit, that might be, you heard it here first. That might be a killer thing for students right now. For those who aren't athletes or won't get paid NIL, but you can advocate for unionizing the NIL. Dude, that would mind fuck the college system.
Yeah,
Um,
that would be that would be crazy actually.
yeah. I don't even want to think about it right now. That's too much. Um, moving on. Here's an updated news that I just read recently, but you remember maybe like several months ago, I brought up an article where the world's world record oldest dog um in died in Spain. It was the world record was it was 30 years old.
Yeah.
Um and it lived in Spain, and then a lot of people credit it from just having eating healthy, living a happy life, right? Eating healthy like human food, right? Like not processed kibbles.
Yeah.
But some kind of unfortunate news that just came out recently. So the dog did finally pass. I think they pass officially, according to the owner, around 31 years old. But Guinness stripped the title because before the dog passed, they couldn't officially prove its age.
What?
So yeah, so it's an asterisk now. Um, uh,
Bro.
in the news, but it's like Guinness, like, come on, man, let the happy dog have it.
I know. Golly.
Yeah. Um, bullshit. Hey, speaking of Guinness, you know how there's like that meme flying around, like you feel like it's common knowledge, but it's kind of not at the same time. But the Michelin star ratings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're a chef, so but like, how people are like, oh, Michelin star ratings, it can't be the Michelin's tire company that's like giving out these ratings, but it is. It's actually like, basically Michelin tire company is giving out these ratings. Um, but Guinness World Record, I just found this out recently. It's the Guinness Beer Company that's the one holding these records, or like
Mm.
sponsoring these records.
Yeah.
It makes sense, it's their name, but you just don't put two and two together, right? Just like
Yeah.
Michelin star, you just equate Michelin with the tire company, and then you wouldn't think that it's also the same tire company that's giving out these highly rated, you know um stars to restaurants.
I know it's kind of weird when you think about it. But
Yeah. But it makes sense. I guess if you grow a big enough company, you can kind of expand, you know.
oh yeah, no, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but Guinness beer, good beer. I still have yet to go to a Michelin star restaurant. Have you been to one yet?
Um I have actually. It was like a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was
You got to do reservations, or is it like?
yeah, it was I think you have to do a reservation. It was one of those things. It's like a 3-star Michelin.
Yeah.
So it was I mean, I don't know how many restaurants I've been to, and I don't know if there's like, you know, I don't think I've ever been to one. I've been
Yeah.
to a lot, so maybe one of them. I don't know, but maybe the one's like in Vegas. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I went to this one. It was actually in Oakland, and it was because my I guess technically my client. He's not my boss. It's the client at the university.
Yeah.
He was doing something for his team, and technically because like our company is in contract with him, um, we went to dinner or whatever for like a holiday thank you kind of thing, and so it was a little bit after the fact, but because the holidays are so busy, we just decided to do that. So we went out, and I'm sure you have to do reservations. They did take people at the door as well, I noticed,
Yeah.
but they had rented, him and his family basically rented out like the top floor, the second floor of this place, because it was just like a
Jeez.
party area. Um, yeah,
Who are
so
your
we
clients?
all went out there, and yeah, and then I had a because we were like, oh, I wonder what we're gonna eat, and
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
cool because it was like a 5-course meal, so it was just basically like they just brought out things for you.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this is weird, this is different.
I
Uh,
um I still have yet to go to one, and it makes me nervous because it's like, how's it, like, first questions like, is it too fancy to go to? Like, but I apparently some Michelin starred restaurants aren't even like fancy. It's
oh yeah,
because the food
yeah, it's the
is
food.
yeah. Um
Yeah,
so
this place I went to wasn't necessarily fancy. It had like fancy type of thing, like that. I don't know,
Yeah, yeah,
ambiance, but it wasn't like fancy.
yeah,
And then the food, honestly, the food, I mean, granted it's 3 stars, but the food was okay. It wasn't like
yeah,
great, but it's okay. It was good. Um, they joke because they were like, "Oh, Tyler probably got the best meal out of all of us," because I had told them that when they were, before they served us, they were like, "Does anyone have any allergies or anything?" And I was just
yeah,
like, "Oh, I'm lactose intolerant." And they're like, "Oh, okay, well, we'll make sure to, make sure that you get like your own thing." So it was almost like, it was weird because it's like almost like family style. They just brought
yeah,
over all these things, and like people would just, pick off of like this entire plate of food, and then the entire night they were just giving me my own plate.
yeah,
And they were like, and I was sitting next to the client's wife, and she was just like, "I think you got the best meal tonight. Like all your food looks way better than ours." And I was like,
yeah,
Sorry, appreciate the dinner. It's good
yeah,
for sure." But yeah, I'll be honest. I think I made out better than everybody else too. But
yeah.
I'm not gonna say agree with them. But
Uh,
it was just funny because I was like, dang, all right, got a
I
good
know.
meal. Got a good meal over
That's
here.
that's what I want to try next. Apparently Seattle has its first ever Michelin star restaurant somewhere. I forgot where, but or maybe they don't have any yet. Because apparently, because we were looking up one. Apparently, not only is the food need to be rated, but it has to meet like a certain criteria and age as well. Like you have to be established for a certain number of years.
Yeah,
Um, so like you can't just be like a hot chef opening up a new restaurant and then just being Michelin starred right away. Like you have to like establish yourself for like several years. So yeah, maybe one day. I think that's one of our goals to like find Michelin star restaurants, maybe around the country and then around the world.
yeah,
That won't break the bank.
yeah. Right. That's the biggest part, is not breaking the
Yeah.
bank.
Here's the last one. Keep it short tonight, you know. But
Yeah.
this got me thinking. And it makes a lot of sense, but I want to think about it with you. What percentage do you think the average car spends parked in its lifetime? Not our lifetime, the lifetime of a car.
Of
Like
a
what
car?
percent, yeah, spends parked on average?
Ooh, I mean, I'd probably say 90% of the time, right?
Pretty good.
95. Yeah.
95, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
On
Yeah.
average, yeah.
That
A
makes sense.
car
That makes
spends
sense.
94, yeah. Um, I don't know how I feel about that. Like it makes me when I saw how high it was, I was like, it made me feel like I don't want a car anymore. It's like, man, we spend so much for it to be parked 95% of the time. But then you're like, you snap out of it and you're like, fuck that. I need a
Yeah.
car.
I need to get places.
Yeah. But just like seeing that just had like an overwhelming sense of like existential crisis where you're just like, damn, that's a waste of money. 95% of the time on
Yeah.
average, a car spends parked. Um, but yeah, then you think about the rest of your life and you're like, it's worth it.
Yeah. It's definitely worth.
Yeah. But I thought that was a cool stat.
Yeah. I was like, yeah. When you asked
Yeah.
it, I had to think about it, but I was like, it has to be up there in the near, near its whole life cycle.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, yeah, even depending on your commute, like even if it's just an hour each way, that's still 2 out of the 24 hours that you're
Yes, dude,
driving. So
seriously.
it's like, you know, whatever
And I
that
don't even,
is.
yeah. And I think even if you skim off like stop and go traffic, like we're talking about literal parking, meaning like you turn off the car parking,
Yeah.
I still think it's upper 90s, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Um,
I just think it's yeah. Because like
uh,
even if you have like an hour commute both ways, that's still
yeah.
it's less than 10% of your day.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, because 10% of your day would almost be 2.5 hours on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that makes sense.
Yeah. Last thing, since it's just us, um, Seahawks recap, or any free agency news, dude. I can't wait for free agency, which is happening what mid-March, March
Yeah.
13th. I
It's
just looked
coming
it up.
up. It's coming up.
Um, did you just hear the big rumors just recently, unrelated to the Seahawks, but free agency wise? Did you hear that the Justin Jefferson to the Chiefs news?
Yeah, I was just like, what?
Yeah, I mean the coach came out and turned it down immediately,
Right, right,
but
right.
but free agency doesn't start yet.
Yeah.
Um, I felt like it could just be more of like a hush hush, like, hey, don't say anything yet. Build up the drama.
Yeah.
But dude, if Justin Jefferson, I mean, he rarely gets injured. This was just a freak year.
Yeah.
A lot of people got injured this year. It was a lot of freak year. Nick Chubb's right is the most notable. Um, but if he goes to the Chiefs, even if the Chiefs scraps everybody else, right, and just
Yeah.
draft rookie receivers, just literally people off the streets, but you have
Mhm.
Travis Kelce and Justin Jefferson, and assuming that they could retain, Chris Johnson, right? No, who's their defense tackle superstar?
Oh, Chris Jones.
Chris Jones,
Yeah.
and then like L'Jarius Sneeds, they're tagging him. So like if they could retain most of their defense, but scrap the entire offense, but just have Travis Kelce, Justin Jefferson, I still think they could three-peat, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
For
just
sure.
fucking Travis Kelce alone is always wide open. Can you imagine now, like Justin Jefferson? Like you can't cover that guy.
Yeah,
Um,
that would be insane. Yeah, that would be
yeah,
insane. Yeah, because I mean, even when you think about it, he didn't really have a star wideout.
he didn't. No,
No, you know.
I think Rasheed Rice started coming in form, but then he
Yeah,
was he was still average at best.
yeah. I mean, he didn't come into form until like week 13. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
Like he's a rookie. So it's like one
yeah,
of those things, like, and you got Nicole Hardman, who they traded
yeah,
for
but
because they didn't really have any. I mean, they had Stonehands Kadarius Tony, but
yeah,
it's honestly
dude,
probably why they went after McCole Hardman.
yeah. Tony, man, I thought it was gonna be a solid pick, but no, he fluttered out. Same way as Juju. I thought Juju was gonna have an amazing year,
Yeah,
and then he just kind of fluttered out, and you know he's taken more of the bad end of the conversation where like he's washed now because you can argue and say, oh yeah, but he's having Mac Jones throw to him and Zappy or whatever, Bailey Zap, whatever his last name
yeah,
is.
yeah,
Yeah, that's why he sucks right now in the Patriots. But you're like, dude, he had a full year with Patrick Mahomes, who's literally our generation Tom Brady, and
yeah,
he didn't do anything or put up good numbers like he did with the Steelers with Big Ben. So if he started on the page, like he went from the Steelers to Patriots, sure, you could be like, okay, Juju still has some life if he goes to a better team. But no, he went. Yes, he won a Super Bowl, but it's like, you know, he didn't put up Tyreek numbers, which they were hoping that he could replicate. Or at least part of it. I don't think anyone can replicate Tyreek's numbers.
yeah. Tyreek is just too fast.
That guy's a cheat code, dude. Just
That guy, he
literally
is.
throw it up. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you just send him on go routes.
Yeah.
He's
No,
just that
seriously.
guy. He's just that
Yeah.
guy.
Um, yeah. I don't
Some
know.
yeah,
Can't wait.
go routes all day. He's just that
Yeah.
fast guy.
Yeah. Dude, I like just put me at quarterback. Give me a good line and just give me Tyreek Hill. And then, you know,
Yeah,
at least,
I only need 2 seconds. He's gonna beat the guy
yeah.
off the line
Yeah.
anyways.
All I gotta do is just chuck it as high as I can so it has a lot of air. Give
Yeah.
him enough time to just run for it. Um, but yeah. Do you think we're gonna let go of Jamal Adams?
I don't know, man.
I really want to keep Jamal
I
Adams,
want to
man.
keep
There's a
him,
lot of
but
rumors right now that
there is. I mean,
yeah,
his hit to the cap is just
Yeah, no, I know, but
monstrous. Yeah, that I mean that's mostly what it is. It just sucks that he keeps getting injured. And
I don't know, man. Maybe Mike McDonald, his way of playing and coaching Jamal Adams, um, might change it up for him and make him, be a little healthier.
yeah, I know he could be a Cam Chancellor type of player, but yeah, I don't know. We stopped. It's almost like we stopped rushing him. He wasn't the impact. His coverage was subpar this past season for sure.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
think I think he was ever good at covering.
no, he's
It
not.
was yeah, it was his hits
It's
that
his
made a
hits.
huge
Yeah.
difference. Yeah, yeah. We'll see. I wouldn't mind keeping him though, but we'll see how
No,
it
no,
plays
for
out.
sure. I mean, I'd be down to keep him too, but
Yeah, but they'll be saving 17 million, and that could go to like a star player.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I'll keep him around. We'll see.
Yeah, because I mean, what are they talking about? Queen from
Yeah, yeah.
Baltimore.
Patrick Queen. Yeah,
I'm just like, I mean, that would be if we kept Bobby and we had Queen come over too, like that would be insane. Imagine that.
yeah, yeah. That would be a good one. I
Between
mean,
him, those
Bobby
two, and
didn't.
Jordan Brooks.
Yeah, didn't Bobby still lead the league in tackles
Yeah, he
this
was
year?
up there. He was up there.
Yeah. League leader in tackles. Let's see. Yeah, dude, Bobby Wagner.
Yeah.
As old as he is, not just for the Seahawks, for the entire league.
Yeah.
Let's see. Bobby Wagner, 183 total.
Jeez.
Yeah, 183 tackles total. Let's see. Let's see where Patrick Queen was. Patrick Queen was 17th on the list.
Mm.
Yeah, Roquan Smith was the one who had the most.
Yeah, it's usually those inside linebackers that get the most.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, 183. Bobby Wagner. I don't see why not keep him another year.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, if we can
Yeah.
keep him, that'd be awesome. But
Yeah.
I know it's a business, so kind of
Yeah.
hard. But yeah.
Anyways.
Hmm?
That's all the time we got left. Keep it nice and short and sweet today. Any final words before we call it good night?
No, just normal stuff. Thanks for listening. Appreciate all the support throughout all the years.
We today's episode 200. If you look. Yeah.
It is. So yeah, 200. So it's been a journey, but hey, we're still going.
We're still grinding. We're still having fun. So
yeah.
Cool, man. Well, like we always say as we're signing off, hey man, keep talking with each other, keep thinking together, and keep growing together. We'll see y'all next time.